What's up?
Can Hey,
How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. Now I'm gonna ask you a question. I ask a lot of women these questions. I don't know how long you've been on how long you've been following me or seeing my lives or anything like that. Is that your hair?
Yes.
It looks good. I'd like to comment. I'd like to compliment women on their natural hair when they come
Okay.
into my life. It looks good. I could kind of tell from the when you did something with your hair, but it looks good. So
Thank you.
no problem. So now you
Mhm.
asked about gender roles, right? Can you
I
can
did.
you can you repeat your question again?
I think I can try.
Okay.
Um, so my question to you is, what are your thoughts on gender roles, and
Okay.
also, do you think that there's a place for them in the given this modern society that we're living in?
Of course. Of course there is a place for gender roles in society. There's always a place. Even though a lot of women try to fight it, right?
Okay. Okay.
But I can guarantee you that those women that try to fight it, if something happened and there was a war out here, like there was in Ukraine, do you know who couldn't leave the country when that war started out there? It was the men.
I'm assuming. Okay.
16 to 60. They would not let the men leave. The
Mm.
women and kids got to leave. And it wasn't one single woman out there saying, hey, these that's not the man's role. It's all of our roles to do this
Mm-hmm.
fighting. It's
Right.
all
Right.
of our roles. So women, a lot of women try to get rid of the gender roles because they don't want to perform theirs, but they never try to get rid of the man's roles as a man, because almost all of them will tell you a man is supposed to provide, protect,
Protect and
and
serve.
lead.
Right. Right. Right.
Almost every woman will tell you that. They have an issue when it comes to their roles, when it comes to, let's say, being submissive to their man, being a helpmate to their man. Then they have a problem with roles. Oh, wait a minute. I'm why do I have to be the one that cooks or cleans or take care of the house? Well, that was a traditional gender role back in the day. Just like you want a man that's providing. That was a traditional role back in the day. So we
Mhm.
can't take parts of gender roles that we want to take. You know what I'm saying? Just the ones that benefit us. Yeah, we want a man that provides for the household, protects the household, and do all of this. But when it comes to us taking care of the household, the man should be doing that too. Why do I have to always do it? Why
Right.
do he always have to protect or provide? Because that's
Uh,
his role as a man. Go ahead.
right. I'm sorry, I didn't get your name. I just started following you.
SD.
SD.
Yeah.
Does it stand for
But
something?
say that again.
Does it stand for something?
Of course, but SD is what I give here. That's just it.
Okay,
SD. But
I'll take it for now. Okay,
yeah,
SD. So
okay.
my question to you is, I understand what you're saying, but do you think gender roles has been around for a very long time? Do you think
Yeah.
that there has been an evolution of gender roles? Do you think that certain ways in which things were in the past that there
Hmm.
really isn't a place for it today? And I'm going to speak in specifics because I don't like
Okay.
talking in ambiguity.
Okay.
So back in the day, like
Hmm.
women were really only used for two things, or you only saw women in the household because the men were the ones that worked or
Hmm.
they were away at war. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the women were home. They were there to tend to the home as well as to procreate with. So there was no really commingling of genders or but that's not how it is today. Like women
Right.
are working a lot of,
Hmm.
I'm a working mother.
Hmm.
So a lot of women, they work and they take care of the home. They're
Yeah.
doing both.
Yeah.
So do you really, and where like you're going to work and your coworkers are men, you know, you guys are commingling. It's a different dynamic. So, do you think that along with this change that we've seen across decades, that we should kind of be flexible
Of course.
or
Hmm.
bend to the time to accommodate the times? And like
Yeah.
there's like three different types of gender roles, so to speak, or styles of like running your household. There's
Okay.
egalitarian, there's I forgot, I'm drawing a blank on the other two.
So let me jump in real quick.
Sure,
So
sure,
I
sure.
was I was explaining, in the beginning, just gender roles and how women feel about them, and then, but it's one thing that I believe in more than gender roles, and that's being fair in the
Right.
household,
Hmm.
right? Because you're right. More women are in the workforce more than it was back in the day when people talk about traditional, right? So you
Hmm.
got more women in the workforce, more women making money. And over half of men and half of women only making $50,000, right?
Hmm.
Out here today, $50,000 is, you know what I'm saying? It'd be nice to have somebody else in the household with you.
Right.
So I think, because if a woman is working and she's making decent money, whatever the case, she should contribute to the house in some type of way financially, even though that's more of a man's role, right? To me, he should be the bulk provider, right? At least 70% if he can, right? And the woman 30, because it's fair. She's making 60, $70,000 to add something in financially. The man, in turn, because she's working, should be cleaning up if he get home first, or cooking if he get home first, because she works. So it should be flex on both ends, to where the man helps the woman helps the man to get things done in the household. Even though they're gender roles, it should also be fair depending on, what's going on in the house. But if he's working and she's not, then it is what it is. The house should be clean when he get home. He should have some cooked when he get home. He's working. He's providing 100%. So you should be doing 100% of your duties at the house. That's just what it is.
Hmm. Right.
So
But like my question to you is what if she's not really a good cook and he is? Like,
figure it
shouldn't
out.
right. So
Figure it out. You want me to go to work for 12 hours and then come home and cook, and you've been home all day?
but I don't know how to cook. I'm
Well,
not saying me, but I'm just
but
saying
but you know what we got nowadays? We got
you
pads that
yeah,
pull up
yeah.
recipes at a drop of a hat, to where you can
Mhm.
figure out how to make some things if you really want to do it.
Right.
Because if that man said, I really don't want to work. Why do I have to work? Why do I have to provide? I really don't. I really don't know how. You're gonna say, bruh, you better get it together. You better
Right.
figure out where to get a job at,
Right, right, right.
to perform your duties as a man.
Mm-hmm.
So it's no excuse that I
Mm-hmm.
don't know how. That's not an excuse.
I kind of want to play the devil's advocate. So earlier you were saying like the woman should contribute 30% if the man
If
is the provider. In that situation that you explained,
mhm.
that seems like more of a roommate situation. If like,
Well, do it by yourself then. Do it by yourself. Because let's say this, right? That's a roommate situation. If a woman got to help the man, right? So, do you work? You work, right? Do you plan on quitting your job if you get with a man that's making, let's say he's making $80,000? You gonna quit your job to go sit at home and cater to that man?
I don't think that that's feasible.
Okay, so that's not feasible, right?
Hmm.
That part is not feasible. So, would you be able to cook and clean 100% while you're working? Would
While
you?
I'm working,
Yeah, I'm saying, when you get home from work, will you be able to cook and clean after you get home from work, in order to handle your duties in the house on a
yeah,
daily? On a daily.
yeah.
You better than most women. You'll go do it. You'll go put in a whole day's work, and then come home and clean and cook for a man every day he wants a meal. You'll be able to do that and take care of kids.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Most women don't want to do that.
Why not?
What do you mean? Why not? It's tiring to go do all of this stuff all day and then come home and you got to cater to a man too. Most women don't want to do that. It sounds good. Let me ask you
No.
this: have you ever been married before? Or
Not married traditionally.
okay,
However, I live in the DMV area and I was with my partner for almost 10 years. So there's this thing called common law.
y'all not together no more?
No, we're not
Wow, that's a long time. How old are you?
old.
Come on, you can't be older than me, but I
I
get it.
probably am.
I'm 41, so
Okay, close.
but yeah, but that's a long time. And
Yeah.
you did that.
Mhm.
You worked
Mhm.
and came home and took care of a man for 10 years
Mhm. And we had a child. Yeah.
and took care of the kid like a mom.
hmm
That's tough.
I
That's
mean,
tough.
you do what you have to do, you know? I don't know.
Well, I get it, and I got you, but most women ain't doing that. Most women
Really?
ain't doing that. No. Most
What are
women ain't doing
they
that.
doing?
Huh?
What are they doing?
Well, I mean, women are out here in the workforce more than ever now. They don't want to be with a man and then be doing all of this stuff and they out working. I think it's unfair personally.
To
I think
work
it's
and take
unfair.
care of the home?
All by yourself, 100%. Yeah, I think that's unfair
hmm
because you're working. I don't want my woman. You go to work for all these hours. You come home and you cook and clean. You take care of kids. Where's this for me? Where's my time to get loving in and feed you to the mattress? You gonna be tired after that after these every day. You
Say
gonna
that
be.
again. Where did you learn that? Feed you to the mattress?
That's just what it is. That was on it was a rap song. 2 Chainz said it on a song. That's where I got it from. But you gonna be tired every day to where now I can't get no sloppy top. I can't smash because you've been doing stuff all day. You've been up since 4 or 5 o'clock. You getting home at 6. Now you gotta clean. Now you gotta cook. Where's my time at? As your man, as your husband, where's my time?
I mean,
But do you understand what I'm saying?
I
It's a
do.
lot.
I
And
do.
so
It is a lot.
I think that it's unfair to put that burden on a woman to do it all by herself. So there has to be teamwork there. Women look at
hmm
it, hey, it's a roommate if I gotta pay 30%. And if I hear that from a woman, and I don't need like I'm financially, I'm fortunate. I'll put it that way. But if that's your mindset, do it by yourself. Do 100% by yourself then. Bye.
Yeah.
I'll see
Yeah.
you later. If
Yeah.
30% is too much and you making 70, $80,000 and paying 30% of the household is too much for you, go do 100 by yourself. That's
Okay.
all. Because I wouldn't want you to do 100% of everything in the house by yourself and you're working because you're going to wear yourself out and you're not going to have time for me for my sexual needs as your man.
hmm
So I don't want you doing that. And I just don't think that it's fair.
Is that speaking for yourself? I don't know if you could speak for all men.
No, of course not.
Do you think that a man's sexual desire is their paramount reason for being consciously coupled with a woman? Because you mentioned that more than once.
For some men, yeah. Some men want kids. For
Okay.
some men, yeah, it's sex with a woman that they trust and love. Yeah. Some men want family and legacy and kids and stuff like that. Some men want to build with a woman. But sex plays a
Mhm.
big part in it too. I mean, it's important to men.
Okay.
So
Well, I
the paramount reason for women wanting to be with a man a lot of times is what? What do they mention all the time?
providing,
Providing,
protecting.
right?
Hmm.
Provision and protecting. Those are the paramount reasons that women want a husband, want to be with
Yeah.
men, right?
Hmm.
So if men's paramount reason is sex and legacy of family, cool. Our things don't have to be it ain't gonna be the same because we different as men and women. Men ain't gonna be
Right.
looking for women for provision and protection. Most men. They ain't gonna look for that from a woman. That's why a woman's finances typically don't matter to men that way.
Hmm.
Typically.
Hmm.
So you have a lot of women now that mention their money as if men really care. And
Hmm.
the thing is that we really don't. We really
Can I
don't. We
ask you a
don't,
question?
of course.
Yeah, so I went out yesterday and some men were talking and
Hmm.
the bartender was very attractive. She was a woman.
Okay.
And I just watched the way they kind of carried on about her. They were like, "Yeah, she's pretty, but I would never date her." And I really couldn't understand why because you just said um men don't really care about what you make. So I really with what you said and their reaction, can
Hmm.
you break that down to me? Like, why
I
did you
don't
feel that way?
I don't think it was more about what she makes. I think it was more about her profession. Men,
Say that again.
I don't think it was about what she makes. I think it was more about her profession and being a bartender.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought
Bartenders to
it was a respected profession, no?
a lot of times by men, probably not. If you look up the top professions for divorces for women, it's bartenders, nurses. Y'all can't see me? What's up?
No. I'm having a hard time hearing you.
You are? You can't see me either?
Mhm. You're blurry, but I can see the shape
What's
of
up?
you.
I don't know what's going on. I ain't got I'm running right now. But they can't see me. Hold on 1 second. Let me try.
I'm sorry, guys. This is just live.
How is that? Can you see me now?
Better. It's better.
You can
Still a
see me
little
now?
blurry.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know what's up with my Wi-Fi. I just turned it off.
But I
Android,
can hear
cut it
you
out.
better now.
Cut it out.
I can hear you better now.
Let me try to turn it back on. Mm. Is that better?
Yeah, a lot better.
All right. Now what was I saying? Oh,
Bartender.
so
Yeah.
yeah, if you look up the top professions for divorce for women, bartender is one of the top ones.
Why?
Um,
Is it
I
because
mean,
she's in like
yeah,
contact with a lot of different men?
yeah, always in just around men in contact with a lot of men. That's what I would think. And men tend to look at those type of things, or a chick that like work in clubs and you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. Like men don't really look at those women a lot of times as long term options. It ain't got nothing to do with her money. It
Really?
don't. Yeah, it don't have nothing to do with her money. Those
Oh,
those are like the top cheaters. If you look at the statistics, it's on if you go to divorcesomething.com or something like that, those are the top cheaters. Bartenders, nurses, flight attendants, I think is on there. I can't remember some of the other ones, but yeah. And then they got the ones for men too, doctors and lawyers and men like that. But yeah, it's one of them
okay.
things that's not really respected like that by men too much.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So I know we're not talking about this, and I know this is not your topic for today, but does body count matter? Because you were talking about profession and
Absolutely.
respected professions.
Hmm.
Body count matters to men?
Of course. Of
Why?
course. We just can't verify it. We just can't verify it. But if we know it, yeah, it's going to matter to us. Because as women carry a lot of women, most women carry themselves a lot different than men, right?
Okay.
When it
Mm-hmm.
comes to sex, a lot more women value their sex. That's why they don't jump around from dick to dick all the time, right? Most
Mm-hmm.
women, some of them do. Cool, you do what you do. Most women don't do that, so they value themselves. Um, so when a man gets with a woman, we like to think and know that she valued herself,
Okay.
to some degree. We know you're not a virgin. We know you're not a virgin, but we don't want to believe or know that our woman got 87 bodies. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? That's not something that a man want to know. And really, for a man telling us one or two is gonna mess with us. Like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't want to know nothing. Don't tell us. Most men are gonna judge a woman or get a glimpse of that based off of her character and how she carries herself. Because typically, a woman that's got a lot of bodies and was a hoe out here, she's going to behave like such in some type of way. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? And most times, if she was really, really out here. But yes, it matters to men. It
Okay.
absolutely matters to men. We gonna give you our last name potentially.
Okay.
We don't want to
I
be out here with a chick that's everybody know.
I saw a man in the comments and he was saying, you said yes, of course it matters, but I think he's the one that expressed why. He's saying like exclusivity matters to men. Like,
Of course, that's
I want to know that you're doing this with me and me alone.
well at that particular time, yeah. But we want to, like I just said, we don't want a chick that we take her out and every dude know who she is.
Okay.
That's the reason why guys don't like bartenders, bottle girls, girls that work at clubs and stuff like that, because it gives off, you know what I'm saying, hoish vibes to men. It is what it is. So yes,
Okay.
it matters. It matters. We just don't want to know about
Okay. But you also don't want a virgin. So you kind of want her in the middle?
it. Yeah, most women ain't virgins. Like, come on, most women out here ain't virgins. Most of them
Okay.
ain't virgins. So dudes can say they want a virgin, but where you gonna find one at? You gonna have to go to Iraq or something to get one. Cause you finding, you know what I'm saying, finding one out here in the States, like good luck. They
No,
around, but
there are virgins out there and there are born again Christians and men that I've spoken with on my platform. They're like, uh-uh, we don't want that.
a virgin, yeah, most dudes don't want to be, with no virgin. Like I said, we know you're not a virgin. We know women aren't virgins. We just don't want to know your body count like that. We don't want to
Okay.
know because it's going to matter. And it should. Like, I mean, when you look at statistics, and I've talked about this before. If you go to psychologist.com and you go to these here other things, well, they have done studies on this, right? And women bonding with men through sex and releasing the oxytocin, which is a bonding agent that women release.
Hmm.
It, according to these psychologists, women that have over 10 bodies, and I know in nowadays 10 ain't a lot, right? 10 bodies has an, a higher chance, a higher rate of divorce by like 80%. It
Hmm.
is what it is because of how women bond to men and get emotionally tied to men through sex. And
Hmm.
eventually, if you if you keep having this high, You get this high of a guy you really, really like. You release this oxytocin, dead bang, it's gone. You get this high and it's gone. And you do that 300 times, 20, 50 times. Eventually, it's going to numb you. And you won't be able to bond like that with your husband if you get married, according to the studies.
I hear you, but I feel like that applies to men as well. I understand you're saying women should
Mm-hmm.
comport themselves differently, but I think that men who are dating with intention or who want to get married
Mm-hmm.
should be cautious of the same thing because I don't know if you know about soul ties, but like I really do believe that that's real.
Most women do.
Yeah, and I know many men are like, sex is sex. There's no like, I see it as a nut, but I don't think that's true. I
You want to know
think,
why? Because
why
you're
do
a
I think
woman.
it's true?
Yeah, you're a
No,
woman and you're built different. That's
it's
why.
not just that I'm a woman, but research and studies
Mm-hmm.
are saying that, soul ties is not exclusive to just women. I,
What
I
research they
think,
did on soul ties?
huh?
What research is there on soul ties?
I mean, there's research. I mean, if you
On,
Google,
on
somebody has
soul
done
ties?
research. Yeah, there's a lot of information on soul ties. There's a lot of literature on soul ties. And so the point that I was making is if a man is serious and he wants to get married and
Mm-hmm.
he's sleeping around, I think it's going to impact his marriage as well because he's going to go into this marriage and he's going to have like this idea of what his sex life with his wife should be like because he's comparing his sex with Keisha throwing it back like this or Latasha topping him off like this and then here's his poor wife and it's like I
Well,
I'm
well,
not competing with all of that.
well. Typically, men. That's why most men won't get into relationships, and most men won't marry a woman nowadays. Won't marry a woman without figuring out if she can please him sexually. That's why men want to have sex before they actually commit to a woman.
But do you think that that's
To
right?
know, of course,
Premarital sex.
do I think that it's right? If we talking biblically, no, it's not right. But if we talking reality, it is what it is.
What does it is what it is mean?
That's the way things are.
But
That's
what
the
is
way
the
things are.
incentive to get married if you are getting the whole cow, ice cream, whatever?
What do you
Like,
mean?
is
What's the
there
incentive?
really?
So let me ask you this. So you saying what's the incentive of getting married if you getting all the sex from this woman, right? So let me ask you this:
Exactly.
all the people that's married now, do you think the majority of those people had sex before they got married? Yes or no?
I don't know. I'm
Come
assuming
on.
yes. I'm
Yes.
assuming.
If you look it up, studies will tell you that 75, 80% of people had sex before they got married. So how can you say, well, if you get into sex, that means you won't get you the dudes won't get married if they getting the milk free, they won't buy the cow. But statistically, it makes no sense because most people have premarital sex and the dudes are getting married anyway. So the sex ain't the issue. The sex and whether he does it or not, that's not the issue. So, I mean, could it be? Could be. But most people that get married have had sex before they got married.
Yeah, but a lot of people are like getting married later in life as well. And I think that that is part of the reason why there's really
Oh,
no
because they're
one,
getting so much sex.
they're getting so much sex. They have so many options. Like, why do I have to settle? Like, I don't need to do this. And a lot
Oh,
of men are thinking that they are the prize.
you don't think good men are a prize?
I didn't say they.
Speak your truth now. Don't get scared now. Speak your truth. You don't think
I'm
a man can be a prize out here?
the prize, probably not, but
Why
part of a
not?
prize, sure.
Why not? Why you don't
Why
think he can
not?
be a prize? Yeah.
I
Why you don't think a man can be
mean,
a prize? Why you say that?
I mean, he is someone's son. He is definitely like,
No. Forget that. We talking about to you as your man. Forget somebody's son. We don't care nothing about it. We don't care nothing
um,
about it.
I mean, I have seen relationships or people go into a relationship where the men believes that he's the prize and it's the way that
Hmm.
they move that it doesn't make sense. But in terms of how I comport myself in a relationship, do I prize my partner? Absolutely.
So what's
But
the problem with if you prize your partner? What's the problem with saying that's a good man there? He's a prize. What's wrong with that?
I when you phrase it like that, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, if you gonna say I prize my partner in a relationship, but I got a problem saying he's a prize, for what? What do you
Mhm.
want from that man? Because this here is like I believe a good a quality woman and a quality man is a prize out here with what's out here, right?
Yeah, you're
But a
right.
lot of women
Mhm.
don't want to look at men that way. But on the flip side, these are the same women that's asking men to provide for them, to protect them, to lead them. These are the same women that's asking men. Men ain't out here trying to find, like, men in droves, as many women as it is, asking for this from men. Men ain't on all these relationship pages asking, looking for women to do things for them and get married. Women out here asking for this marriage, protection, provision, leadership. This women out here asking for it. I ain't never seen a prize go and ask to be got. I ain't never seen one. A prize that's out there begging for somebody to take it. Please take me. I'm a prize. Take me. I ain't never seen that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right? The
Yeah.
prize is usually the one that's sought after, right? That's the
Hmm.
one that's sought after as a reward for, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying, doing something good. It is what
Right.
it is. The definition says valued extremely highly, right?
Hmm.
Quality men are valued extremely highly in today's dating climate. You agree with that? Quality
I
hustle
agree.
material men. You got so many women out here looking for this small percentage of men. Those men are prizes out here.
Yeah.
And those men got an abundance of women out here that are ready to get married, have kids, that's pretty, that's working, that's, you know what I'm saying, freaky, that's this, that's that. It's an abundance of them that's loyal, that's quality women.
Hmm.
Those women are prizes too. But these
Right.
types of men that most of these women want, they are prizes, whether the women want to admit it or not. Now, whether he behaves a certain way, all cocky and like, hey, I'm the prize.
That's
Like
what I was talking about. That's what I
I,
was talking about.
I've
Yeah, yeah,
never
yeah.
heard a man say that. I've never heard a man say, I'm the prize. I've never heard a man say it. That's just me.
They out there. They out there.
Right, but men in mass don't run around calling themselves the prize. But
In mass, you said?
in mass, yeah, like a bunch of men. Like they
Oh, in
don't,
masses. Got it.
yeah, like they don't do that. You
Okay.
might hear some here or there, but
Right,
um,
right, right.
men definitely know their value out here when they're quality men. I know my value out here. It's not a secret for me. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But
Hmm.
I don't run around like, hey, I'm the prize out here. I'm the prize. I don't do that. I just carry myself a certain way, handle my business a certain way, and let
Hmm.
my actions speak for me. And if a
Yeah.
woman see that in me, she see it in me. Cool. It's all good. But if I gotta, and this is the way I see it, if a man gotta run around calling himself a prize, he's probably trash.
Hmm.
He's probably trash if he's running around saying, "Hey, I'm the prize." Like, why? Who you trying to convince? I don't need to
Right.
tell nobody. Tell women I'm a prize. I don't need
Hmm.
to tell women I'm an alpha man. I don't
Hmm.
have to tell them that I'm the leader and I'm this and I'm that. I don't have to. My actions gonna tell you everything you need to know. And me
Right.
being the man that I am will let you know certain things. And you, as a woman, should value me as such. If you don't, you gotta go. It's cool.
Right. What do you think about men who lead with their money?
I think they stupid, and I think that if women get them for their money, that they deserve it. You shouldn't have led with it. It's just like
Hmm.
women leading with their bodies and sexuality to men. Don't get upset when men come and get it and take it and bounce on you.
Right.
That's all. Same thing with men that flash their money and then do all this here. Chick get them for a watch or some purses or something, and then they call them gold diggers. No, bro, you led with your money.
Right.
Men who lead with their money don't have nothing else to offer a woman. That's why they
Hmm.
have to lead with their money because
Hmm.
their character is trash.
Right.
Their traits as a man is trash. So they know that women, a lot of women like money, so they mask over those toxic traits with money, and
Right.
not they
Right.
don't have husbandly traits. But
What do you think about men who are like, I'm a good man? Like, women don't want good men. When I hear
um,
that, I don't think that it's that they are a good man, that they're being not chosen.
it's some truth in it. It's some truth in it. Was
In what
was
I'm
your
saying?
no? And what the men say? Let me ask you a question real quick. Your your ex, your ex. Why are y'all exes right now? What's the reason?
There was an absence of safety.
An absence of safety.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you classify him as a good man?
I mean, I'm sure there are good things about him.
No, 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 no. You know him. Would you classify him as a good man with an absence of safety in your relationship?
No.
No. But you spent 10 years with him.
Mm-hmm.
10 years with him.
Mm-hmm.
So women, a lot of women do like don't like guys that are these here quote unquote good guys. That's
Yeah.
why Future got 10 kids. That's why Chief Keef got 9 kids. That's why NBA YoungBoy got 8 kids and 8 baby mamas. That's why Sierra was baby mama number 6. Because these here, the guys that's the top, these here hoes, and I'm gonna get on this on another live on why women love these types of dudes. They got characteristics, they got traits, they got personality, they got money, they got different things that attract women. And the guys that's really the good guys, nobody was checking for Russell when he was in college. When he was all these women went to college. It was some really good guys in college. Maybe they were on the chess team. Maybe they were on a debate team. Maybe they were, you know what I'm saying, a spelling bee champ. They ain't like them. They weren't attracted to them. So it's some truth in it. Is it all true? Oh, no, it's not all true. But there's
Mm-hmm.
a lot of truth in that when you actually look at the women, the men that these here women have dated over their prime years. When a woman gets older, then they want the really good guy.
Okay.
When they get a little older, they want the really good guy, the Russell Wilsons of the world. The guy that's more of a lane. Oh, I'll take a lane now that you 40, now that you 37, 38. Now you want
Mm-hmm.
this guy. But look at your exes all this time from 18 to 30, 18 to 35. More of them were like hoes than anything, or not really good men. So you can say it's not true all you want to, sweetheart, but for the majority of women, it is. So,
What I was saying in that regard is I don't think they're being overlooked because they are good guys. I don't think that
uh,
that is the part. And what I want to add to that is there is something about them that
she don't like.
she doesn't like.
Yeah.
It's, I don't think any woman would overlook or prefer an asshole over a guy that treats them right, that speaks to them nice. There's something, and you said it when you were saying, when you were talking about Future and I don't know these
Mm-hmm.
other people, Chief, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't know them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but they're interesting. They have
Of course.
charisma. They pique
Yeah.
their interest. I don't think it's the fact that they are
A good
good
guy.
guys. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So that
Yeah.
was the only point that I was making.
Yeah.
And
So let
and
me
I,
ask
I
you this. Let me
mm-hmm.
ask you this here. Do you have male friends?
Yes.
Do you have some male friends that you have friend zone? Do you got guys that you have friend zone? Yeah. Are they good guys? Any good guys in that? That's really good guys. And I'm
That I
saying that to say this.
that I have friend zone.
Yes, friend zone because they wanted to talk to you or whatever, and you kind of friend zoned them for one reason or another. You friend zone them. It's a lot of women that have good guys in their friend zone, and like you said, it's a reason for it. They might not be as attractive. They might be a little lame or square or whatever the case. So she don't, her, you know what I'm saying? Her coochie don't jump when she see him. You know what I'm saying? It don't happen like that for her. So she puts him in the friend zone. But he's a really good guy. A lot of women can have a good guy, a quote unquote good guy. A lot of women know good guys, but those guys don't do it for them like that. But you know who
Right.
do it for them? The other dudes. They do it for them because they got the muscles, they got the beards, they got the personality, they got the persona. Most women got a dude in their friend zone that's a good guy.
I feel like we're saying the same thing because I agree with you. But I'm
Yeah.
saying it's not because they're a good guy that they're being overlooked because a good guy in anybody, a good person
It's
in
something
any
behind it.
human body, in
It's,
human form is
mm-hmm.
appreciated.
Yeah, it's something behind it.
Kindness is appreciated. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. She just don't like him. There's something about him that she don't like. I think
There's
most women.
something else,
Yeah,
right?
I think most women want a good guy, right? But it's something about those dudes that's like the good guy that just don't do it for the women. So the women try
Right.
to take the bad guy and turn him into the good guy. And most times that don't work.
It doesn't.
He got to do it himself.
Right.
So
So I think the good guy, if they are interesting, then the woman will be interested.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. If he
Mm.
don't do it for attraction wise, I don't think most women gonna do it.
I mean, there's funny. Look at
I know.
Kevin Hart, you know?
Yeah, but Kevin Hart got $100 million. His girl don't care that he 5'4" and she's 5'10". She don't care. He got $100 million. Money changes a lot of things. If these good guys, these quote unquote good guys in the friend zone had a bunch of money, women would overlook it. Whatever it is that don't do it for her.
But there are a lot of people that we know that are
Say
funny,
that
you
again.
know?
Say that again.
I mention him because I was like, he's funny. So
Yeah.
even if you're not attractive, like there's other elements that could make you attractive, even
Of
if you're,
course.
yeah.
Of course. Of course. Yeah. I mean, it's all
Mhm.
types of things. Like you said, humor. It could be the way you walk, the way you carry yourself, your confidence, the way you dress, the way you
Yeah,
smell, the way you get your hair cut, whatever, the way you talk. The way
yeah.
you talk as a man attracts women. It could
Mhm.
be anything. So,
Mhm.
I mean, it ain't, if she don't like you, she don't like you. It's just what it is. So, but it happens. It happens because if
I
you ask most women, they say they know a good guy. They got a good guy in their friend zone that they just don't like him for whatever reason. It ain't because he's a good guy. It's
see,
because of
we
something else.
agree.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
But
I
there are some
appreciate
women that
you.
don't like too nice though. It is some women like that that don't like too nice. A sucker type of dude. It's some women out there like that that don't like too nice. I got a video I'm gonna post on it with Tupac talking about it.
Really? I gotta
Yes,
watch it.
yes,
I
I'm
just
gonna
started
post it.
following you, so
Yeah,
I'm really appreciative you asked me to come on.
yeah, ain't no problem. But there's a video of Tupac out where he's talking about a woman curving him because he was too nice. You know Salt and Pepper?
Yeah.
Salt and Pepper? Have you heard her story? It was Pepper, I think, where she met Will Smith back in the early '90s, and she said Will Smith was too nice. So
I
she,
okay.
yeah, she didn't want to
Okay.
date Will Smith because he was too nice. She went and dated Tretch, I think, from Naughty by Nature. Will wanted to talk to her and be with her. She didn't want to be with Will because he was too nice. And now she's like, man, I really messed up. I regretted that because he was too
Right.
nice. So there
She
are
could have
women
been
out
Jada.
there. Yeah, there are women out there that feel that way. You know what I'm saying about certain men that are too nice or not rough enough or whatever or too good, whatever the case. So it happens. It
Okay.
definitely happens. So, but
Okay.
I'm gonna post that. I'm gonna get that post up in the next couple of days because Tupac was
All right.
talking about how he got curved by a chick because he was too nice, and this is pre Tupac. Yeah, this is pre rap Tupac. You'll see it, and I'm gonna make my point that I want to make on the video.
Okay.
You'll see it. So, hey, but I'm gonna let you go because I gotta go get. You know what I'm saying? This